some water, you know, yeah, water's fine. Just go rest for like 30 minutes. I think it was like 32 minutes total. That's what they kept saying. I don't know if the time clock got sped up or not. I'm going to do one more run through real quick just to hopefully get some more experience here. So go do all that. All right. So you do this workout and you're like, yeah, what is this? This is easy, Scarlet. There's no idea what he's talking about. I feel great. This is fine. It's fine. Rest for 30 minutes. And remember, you gotta like do your max weights here, because obviously you're in the Olympics. You're gonna push your body as hard. You're in a competition, so you're gonna work as hard as you can, even harder than you normally would. So you're doing your maxes while you're doing all this. So you do all that, and you're like, whatever, chump change, I got this, right? Because you're an awesome viewer, you know what you're doing. You've been working out for years. I'm just this little nerdy guy who used to work out in high school to get all the ladies, and they were like, you work out, that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know. Anyway. True story, by the way. So, after that, 32 minutes, we'll give you 32 minutes. Do all of it again, exactly like you did it. Same weight, same machines, same reps. 12, 8, and 5. I think it's actually 12, 8, and 3 is what you're supposed to do. So we'll say 12, 8, and 3. Do 12, 8, and 3. And what that means is you do 12, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12. Then you rest for a minute. And then you do 8. And then you rest. And then you do 3. So there's no stopping in that first 12. You just up, down, up, down. And I'm doing hand motions, even though you can't see me. So do that. And then tell me, oh yeah, this is super easy. Because it's not. I promise you it's not. Because when I had, where I went to school, we had a block schedule, which is the stupidest thing ever, and I hate it. And what that means is, like, you're in one class for like 2 hours, which in like history or English, 2 hours, hour and a half, something like. I think it is 2 hours, because you have 4 classes a day, and then like a 30 or 45 minute lunch. Anyway, so when we got there, we would have to warm up, so we'd do stretches, we'd play around with the medicine ball, and then we would spend the next 2 hours going to every different machine and doing our reps on them. And then every so often, the coach would get a bug up his ass and like tell us to do things specifically. Like one time, me and my buddy, my spotting partner, are doing and we did have a pull-up bar, but we didn't have to do pull-ups. But I like pull-ups because my whole thought was, if I can lift my own body weight, I'll be okay. Because a lot of times you see in the movies where the characters are hanging off a cliff and they can't lift their own body weight to pull themselves up by 2 hands. And it's like, dude, you gotta be able to lift your own body weight. Which, since I weigh nothing, it's super easy and I can do it. So, really, to, like, the ratio of my body weight that I can lift is over 100%. And that's even true today. Which, you know, not everybody Not everybody can say that. I'm not at 200%, like not even close. But I can lift over my own body weight. Which, when you weigh, you know, as much as a toy poodle, then it's not really saying much. But percentage-wise, that's where it is. That's where it's at. So anyway, I'm there with my spotting partner, and I was like, okay, I hate squats. Like, he knows I hate squats. Coach knows I hate squats. Like, everybody knows I hate squats. I was like, so let's go light today. And he's like, my spotting partner was like, okay, because I hit everything else. Like, I go hard on the paint on all the other machines. But I hate squats. So I was like, let's go light today. He's like, light today? I was like, yeah. He's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I'm thinking just the bar. Well, I'm thinking Coach is going to get super mad if he happens to look over and sees me with just the bar. Because it's free weight squat thing. And, you know, the bar's like 45 pounds. It's like, okay, that's, you know, almost half of me. So I should, actually, I weighed more then than I do now because I was working out regularly. Anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week for 2 hours a day, you tend to put on a little muscle. And just depending on how the block schedule works, like you have a certain 4 classes and then another 4 classes, and they just keep alternating. So some weeks you had 1 set of classes 3 times a week, and then, you know, that's just how it works. It's on a rotation, right? So I didn't do just the bar, because I'm not, you know, that lame. And Coach. So I put 5s. Just 1 5 on each side. I was like, okay, I'm good. Start doing my squats. 12. Yeah, I get about... We're all hitting now, that's good. I get about 3 squats in. And then Coach comes over and just reams my ass. He says, what are you doing? And pathetic, you little girl, blah, blah, blah. Just throw you out of my class. And all that, which, you know, didn't really matter to me because I wasn't on the football team and he was the football coach. So, you know, I was just in it because I wanted to work out. And I figured this was the best way to actually gain some muscle for myself. So he tears me a new asshole. It's like, alright, and he's like, you're gonna put some more, and like he starts to yell at me and starts to tell me to put more weights on it, and then stops. So he goes, put that bar back. So I put the bar back. He takes the 5s off, puts 2 25s on each side. It's like, okay, so great. And he's like, now do that. And he stands there while I do my first set of 12, or my first 12. And he's like, good, don't let him stop. He says it to my spotting partner, and then he walks away. And it's like, I about died. It was awful. Never again. Never again. And I probably couldn't, like, even if I tried that now, there's no way that I could even come close to doing that. At least not right off. There's no way I could do that much weight. Because, I mean, even if you don't factor in the bar, that's like half my body weight right there in a squat, which is terrible. And like, just, it's like after 2 squats, I'm like, just somebody just kill me. This is worst whoever invented these needs to just get their ass beat for like all eternity. There should be a 10th level of hell just for the asshole who decided that squats were a good thing to do. And every day, he should just have to do squats non-stop, where they put more weight. Holy crap. Where they just keep adding more and more. I really want them to evolve. Like, just one more, guys. Where they just keep adding more and more weight every day. Because it is. It's like the word, if you've never done them, don't. They're not fun. They're very painful. And it'll just make you cry. And if you're not wearing a belt or standing just right or lifting it, you can really hurt your back on top of blowing out all the cartilage in your knees. Like, they're just awful. So, but if you want to gain muscle, you don't want to do high weight, low reps. You want to do low weight, high reps, I think. There's a certain way you're supposed to work out if you want to build mass. And the way that I used to do it was apparently not the right way to do it. Because I did, I wouldn't say slow reps, but they weren't fast reps. Like, it wasn't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was more like 1, 2. Again, you can't see my arms. But each one was very deliberate, very timed and rhythmic, because, again, terrified of not being able to touch my own shoulders. Like, that is one of my worst, like, fears when it comes to working out, is ending up like The Rock or somebody who you build up your bicep so much without building up whatever the wrist muscle is called, and you can't even close your arm. Like, I don't, So I'm like the last person to be taking workout advice from. I haven't been to a gym in, well, it's only been about a little over a year and a half. Give me the barrier. Aw, you bitch. Yeah, I guess it's been about a year and a half since I've been into a gym. And when I did, I got on the titty building machine. Which, if you don't know what that is, there's this machine that you put your arms against. Like, if anybody watched Attack on Titan. Yes, I'm using Attack on Titan. How the chick fights, like, think of like a boxer stance, how they have their arms set up. The machine's kind of like that. And like, that's how you set your arms on it. Except they're normally like way back, like your arms are next to your shoulders when you put them up there. And then you pull it in, so you're pretty much pushing your arms together as you do it. Right? That is awesome, Nemesis. That is like one of the most, other than squats, that's one of the more painful ones for me, because I have no titty muscles. And it also, like, where your arms okay. Where your arms connect to your body Like where your shoulder connects to your torso, like that little patch of muscle right there, it makes that hurt so bad. Like, it's terrible. It is. And then after you do it, like if your buddy knows you're working out, they're totally gonna come up to you and then just poke you right there, be like, "Oh, you working out?" They do that. Like, if they do it the same day, you're like, whatever, dude. But if they do it the next day, it feels like they're stabbing you right there, and it's the worst. Only had that happen a couple times. Jose, you jerk. You know who you are. Oh. Can I can. Yay! Eh. So, again, last person to be taking workout advice from. But that's what I did instead of recording this earlier when I had like great things to say and awesome commentaries that I was going to wow you with. Not really. I mean, come on. When has that happened, right? It was crazy. So I was talking to the guys, and we talked about a bunch of website stuff, which Jason talked about in the podcast this week, the week of today, well, yesterday, the 11th, August 11th. He had talked about some of the changes we were gonna do. Since this is coming out like way later, we're gonna try and get an Amazon store thing set up where we're gonna put like, it's weird how it works, and I don't remember the specifics on it, but it's like you put up there what you would want, what you like or something, and if somebody buys it, because you're basically doing free advertising for them, they'll give you a percentage, like a very tiny, insignificant percentage, which of course goes to the site. And, you know, if we need anything or have to pay for hosting or somebody needs a new mic, that kind of thing. Because, you know, we always need new mics. I actually need a new mic. This one's starting to die on me. I'm thinking about getting an actual microphone though, since I'm gonna have like a real desk again. I'm super stoked. Already ordered it. It's at the apartment with the female. I have to go put it together. Not stoked about that so much. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is here or there? Alright, I'm not sure if I can win this at this point in time, but we're gonna try. Is there one more fight I can get into? There probably was further back, but we're gonna give this a shot. Can't remember if this is an all or nothing kind of thing, so I'm gonna save here just in case.